What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, Transformers Cyberworld Episode 1 dropped yesterday at the time of this recording, and I'm going to be giving you guys my quick rundown on the thoughts of this episode and basically a review. So, it was about 10 minutes. It's longer than what was originally stated. I believe they said it was going to be 5 minutes and this episode was 10. I don't know if that's going to be every episode or if they changed their minds and they want to make it longer due to fan feedback over the last few months. Who knows? But I do like that it was a bit longer to flesh out certain things. That's nice. What I noticed right off the bat is that some of the little jokes and scenes and dialogue was actually a bit more well done than I was expecting, so that was cool to see. And, Optimus's voice. I've said this video a few days ago or whatever, but it was actually pretty good. It's not trying to be like a copy of Peter Cullen like the last couple voice actors we've had, except for Alan Tudyk for Earthspark. He was pretty good, but I don't know. I also thought his voice was a little bit boring at times, like, I don't know, it just seemed like the stereotypical, like, hippie leader kind of voice. And this one is a bit more in line with, like, a modernized version of Optimus that I think actually works. So I do like the voice acting. Bumblebee was cool. Grimlock, his accent, I dig it. It's like a Russian accent or something. Megatron, it was kind of weird with him. They call him Megatron, but then I think Bumblebee also called him Megabull, like a couple minutes after he said Megatron. So is like Megabull a nickname for him, or does he go by both names in this continuity? I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but maybe we'll find out in later episodes. But at the same time, I'm not expecting this to be like an intricate, interwoven storyline. It's just a YouTube series basically for kids and casual fans, I guess. So, I don't know, Megatron, the way he's handled, nothing special, but he is cool. To be honest with you guys, nothing was really like special or standouts over this 10-minute episode. It's basically, typical stuff we've seen with Transformers cartoons the last 10 or so years since RID 2015. But I will say it's executed better so far than RID 2015, just based off of this first episode. And I'd say Earthspark. It's not as, on the nose kitty, at least in this episode. It may get to that point later on down the line in the series. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because that's happened before. But as is, just based off of this first episode, I'm actually a little bit surprised at how they handled things. Now, the stuff with Scorponok, that was like the opening sequence, I think. That was cool. I did like that. Scorponok wasn't too bad. Again, there's nothing groundbreaking with how they handle Scorponok or any of the characters, but what they did do, that's pretty typical. It was executed pretty decently. Nothing overly bad, I'd say. But the action, if I had a major gripe so far with Cyberworld, the action, it's kind of boring. It's like that very stereotypical 2020s 3D animation cartoon action that we've been getting, honestly, before the 2020s, like the last 10 or so years. I don't like it. It really makes it like a lot more boring than it could have been if the 3D animation was a bit more involved, or if it was 2D animation. I think you get a lot more emotion and impact, especially with action, with 2D animation, especially with the anime style that we saw during animated and parts of the Unicron trilogy. Not everything, because that was partially 3D. But, it is what it is. They want to use the 3D animation. It's cheaper nowadays, and they're also using a cheaper version of the 3D animation. So it's like a double version of cheap for them, which is kind of weird. But as is, it's all right, but it definitely could be a lot better in terms of the action and overall animation. But I will say, I do like, not the action, I actually think the action during Earthspark is really well done, especially during that first season. But the overall style of the animation and the way things move, I don't know, just something about it I do like a bit better in Cyberworld than what they did with Earthspark, RID 2015, and I would say Cyberverse as well. I do think Cyberverse is the strongest cartoon we've gotten in recent memory the last 10 years, but I think with Cyberworld going forward, this may be the best 3D animated one we've gotten uh, post Transformers Prime. Now, the animation could get worse. That's just my opinion right now. It could change where later on down the line I think, oh, this animation is whack. But as is right now, I do like this better than Earthspark and RED 2015 in terms of the animation. I'm not going to say in terms of story and execution just yet, because obviously the first episode, but I will say things are looking up a bit better than what I was expecting like a couple weeks ago or a few months ago when this show was first making the rounds with its promotion. So, I don't know, we're just going to have to wait and see on how this show goes on over the next months and into 2026 and stuff. So, yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for where this series goes. Gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about this first episode for Cyberworld? Give me your little reviews down in the comment section. I love to read them. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.